So, how did you do? Did you find it easy or difficult? Were you surprised at how quickly you understood or didn't understand how I was feeling, having only seen the top part of my face, having not seen my mouth at all, or heard or had any other signs from me? Now, we're all masked up quite a lot at this time. And what I find incredible is that we're still able to communicate a lot with half our faces. However, we do need to be careful. I don't know about you, but sometimes I find myself giving a fleeting smile under mask. And afterwards I think, gosh, they probably didn't realize that I smiled at them. This evening, I'd like to talk to you about micro-expressions and how perhaps we can use these micro-expressions, make them macro, and use them to better communicate how we're feeling and therefore connect with the audience. So these 7 micro-expressions were named by Dr. Paul Ekman, and he found that these are universal, involuntary, and brief. They're universal because his research showed that no matter what country he was in, all around the world, even in rural tribes, these emotions were shown on humans' faces. They are involuntary as well because they, for example, if we ask someone if they like someone or not, and they go, yeah, she's okay. This is a micro expression for disgust. No matter what comes out of her mouth, this is what she really thinks. So that's why it is involuntary. And thirdly, it's very, very brief, between half a second and 4 seconds. So it's really a micro expression. And these 7 are happy, sad, fearful, surprised, contempt, disgust, and anger. And we'll get to those again in a minute. Joe Navarro, an ex-FBI agent, said that our face can telegraph our emotions to whoever we're speaking to if we tune into them. But even though these are involuntary, we do them, they come from our gut. And even they've found that congenitally blind people show these emotions. They've never seen a face before. Even so, I think we could go a step further and actually voluntarily use these and even expand them as macro expressions. Now, stay with me now. Have you ever seen a speaker who speaks like this, where the face is literally a mask that doesn't move? I don't know about you, but I find it difficult to connect with someone who doesn't show any emotion, micro or macro. And think of this as well. What about a speaker who says that they're really happy to be here today, but they look terrified? Again, that shows an incongruence and it leaves the audience feeling uncomfortable, insecure, because what is being said is not matched with what is being felt, sensed, or seen. And this is why facial expressions can be so useful in understanding people's emotions and therefore connecting with them. So bear with me and come and help me make these micro expressions macro. So I'd like you to join me in practicing these 7 expressions and seeing how you can do it with your face. Now, obviously, we're going to exaggerate these more than normal life, but I find exaggeration always helps to practice something so that in real life, it becomes more natural. So do these with me. Happy. Now, happiness is an important one, obviously. It starts with a smile, but to have a Duchenne smile, which was named by the French neurologist, the smile has to reach up into the cheeks and to the crow's feet. You've probably seen the insincere smile, which does not reach the eyes, that is insincere. A real smile, Duchenne smile, reaches the eyes. Try it now. You look silly. Great. Now, sadness. Here we can again start with the mouth because it's easier. Put the mouth in a bit of a sad pout. And you see naturally the eyes come closer together and they squinch up a little bit, ready to cry. And you'll see here the glabella lines. Sad. It's quite a hard one to practice to do unless you are actually sad. It can take some practice to do it involuntarily. Now, fear. Now, fear, we open our eyes wide so that we're ready to sense any danger. We open our mouth as well so that we're ready to take in oxygen if we need to run away or shout if there's danger. And we need to bring our eyebrows into the center again, creating the glabella. Great. Now, one that's closely related to fear is surprise, but that we need to elongate our faces. So we again open our mouths in the O of surprise. This time we open our eyes wide and we have upside down U's. Great. The next one is contempt. Now this one is very hard to see with the mask because it's pretty much just with the mouth. So you take one side into a half smile or a smirk. And sometimes it's very subtle and you hardly even see it. But anything you see like that, that is contempt. The next one is disgust. And the easiest way to do this is think of something smelly. Again, we have the Duchenne lines, screwed up nose, screwed up mouth, small eyes. Ooh, that smells disgusting. Ooh, fabulous. And the final one is anger. Now for this one, I just think of all of the face coming in. Screwed up nose, screwed up mouth, small eyes, and they come in. So disgust, anger. Sometimes it's a longer mouth. Great. In conclusion, I think these micro-expressions are fascinating. If we understand them, we're better able to read people, even these subtle, brief, involuntary expressions that people have. But I think in this day and age, whether we're masked or not, we need to be more expressive with our faces. And so I invite you going forward to try to use your face more. Be aware, more aware of how people are wearing their faces, what expressions they are expressing, what emotions they are expressing, and use these micro expressions as a building block to have a macro expression which expresses how you're feeling and transmit that to whoever you're speaking to, which will help with communication, whether it's positive or negative.